Good afternoon, guys. I'm real fast, man. I kind of had an early day, right? So we gonna try to be productive this way. I'm gonna keep it short and brief. Let's ask some questions, right? Let's ask some questions. Why, when people spread the truth, it these people try to suppress it. It gets suppressed in its best way possible. Like, you know what I mean? People use valiant effort to suppress the truth. Why, when you have truth spreaders, they try to discredit them and write them off. Why? Why don't they teach financial literacy in schools as soon as possible? At least in middle school. Like, it ain't got to do it in elementary, but started in. Why? Why don't they teach how to make your money work for you? Why don't they teach you these tax breaks and tax cuts that they use, these people, these devils? Why? Why were they paying people to take the jab? That's what people are saying. The prick, the stab, whatever you want to call it. Why they was paying people? Why they had to sit there and bribe people to get it when the jig was up, and I guess they weren't getting enough vaccines, or whatever you want to call it, off. Why did they had to find ways to try to entice the people, you mean civilization, to get it? Where did they get these front runners from? Like when we have in like politics, where you get these group of people, and then of course they narrow it down to then there's two, right? Where did these culprits come from? I mean, like, really, not the backstory that they hand to us and expect us to to devour and believe. Why don't they tell us that Republicans and Democrats are one of the same, just playing the game? Why they don't tell us that? I'm just asking the right questions. That's all it's about. Like, why? Why is this a fact of the 1% have 97 probably or more percent of the world's wealth? Why is that 1%? Like, what type of awkward? That's it doesn't get, that don't get no more unbalanced than that. Why is it possible that we can sit there and say that 1% of the world's population, right? The 1% has 97, at least 97 of the world's wealth. But 1% of people, which is of these families, which we'll talk about, that's another video. And this is a fact. This has been a fact. Why? I'm just trying to spark my people, spark a person, spark people, whatever, a group who, who maybe, didn't look at this perspective or whatnot. I'm just asking questions. Why does negativity spread? Why do they don't take down like negative bullcrap, blasphemous and destructive of viewings on these on YouTube or any other social site or anything. I mean, TV, whatever. Why they don't put bans on them and put censors on actual false narratives? But when you speak a bit of the truth, they try to put slap you with a sticker like it's he's spreading these people. It's false. Why? You gotta ask yourself why. You gotta. It's because it's a reason, and all you gotta do is ask these questions, like why. Why do we even have the Federal Reserve? Why do we utilize the Federal Reserve? And these, if I'm not mistaken, these people came. I believe they're Europeans that run out. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? So you can fact check that. But this Federal Reserve, why do we got the, like, we can govern our own. So I mean, actually, you know what I mean? Why do we rely on a piece of paper that they sit there and say it has a value when it has no value, really? Why don't they tell us that? I mean, some group of people at one point they told us that money ain't backed by nothing. You know, it's a gold standard. They done took all the gold and silver from underground, from whatever boats they were in, and I hear they trying to, you know, they're doing a lot of excavating and going to countries. I gotta look into that some more. And trying to take all the natural resources, all the gold, you know, keep it. You know, they're trying to do, you know, get rid of it from the people, from the actual natives of that land. You know, so they can't really get hold of it, and they trying to, I mean, take it. Why? Why don't they tell us that, you know, most of these conspiracies aren't conspiracies? Why did they even come up with that? Why did they create that word? To slap it, throw it, and label it on any person they want to. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you know what I mean, that person gets looked at as a certain way. Or that person is a conspiracy theorist. Because now what they say, everything they say now is dismissive now. Because now they're getting looked at as a crack job for that title. It's all implemented. It's all planned. These people, man. Why? Let's ask yourself. Why? Why? I'm asking too. Like, it ain't like I don't know everything. It's just questions. I'm just dying. Answer me that. You know what I mean? They would never though. You know what I mean? Because if the people knew the truth, it'd be a grand awakening, a world awakening, global awakening. Dig what I'm saying? When one person conscious rises as a whole, just because we are one with the universe, that rises. When just one rise in consciousness, the whole system rises. It's all mathematics, man. And I don't get into the, like, I don't get deep into it. I mean, but I know it's real. Numerology and all that, it's real. They play on that. They know this. These devils that try to keep the stuff from us, you know what I mean? Why don't they let us know that, oh, aliens, they exist? Why they try to suppress it so long? Now they're trying to, like, slowly, you know, regurgitate, you know, some of the things that they've been hiding for decades. Centuries even. Let's be clear, like, because Our ancestors was giving us the clues, was giving us the hints and paintings and all that. This stuff is real. Why don't they let us know that? Because there's a reason why. Why don't they let us know that, like, things that we write off as myths or that we grew up to believe were myths are in factual are in factually, like, it's these are probably real deities, like the Zeus and these, these Osiris's, and, like, I mean, and you can just go on and name some mythical, Hercules. These were real entities, man. These were real deities. I mean, probably stemming from, fallen soldiers. Soldiers, fallen angels. Came down mating with man, and making these Nephilim. People call them. I don't know. People might call them the Anunnaki too. You know what I mean? But the Nephilim, he was like some evil. They were evil, or they came to be. But I'm not gonna get into that. That's another thing. You know what I mean? Why don't they let us know this? Why do they try to keep this to themselves? When you find out the truth, that's because the truth shall set you free. The truth shall set us free. The truth shall set the world free. Why don't they let us know that these, like, the world, this earth that we live in, that's probably infinity amounts. Up in the solar system, man. Up in the galaxies. Why don't they tell us that? It's real. Some people tell us that, but they suppress them. So you gotta find it. You gotta when you find it, you gotta grasp onto it and look into, like, what they talking about. Because some of these people they put the truth out. You just got to know how to catch it. Why? Just why? Why they don't ever tell us the truth about time? Does it exist? Is it a thing? Everything happens in one moment. It might be hard to like grasp, but that's why I'm not gonna try to dip deep into it, because like I said, I'm learning every day. Every day is a learning experience for me. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to share and just why? Let me ask a couple more good questions, man. I'm probably not, because I can't, and this is off the top. Like, I'm really just trying to talk to my people and just trying to get y'all to open up and think, like why? Why do they want us distracted? Why? Just think, like, when you was a kid, you know what I mean? You might have wanted your parents distracted a little bit, you know what I mean, to ask them to do something that they probably would have told you no to, opposed to them having your full undivided attention. Whereas though they it's only you, they boom. Now you ask them something asinine that they gonna tell you no a dozen times over for. Now if they're on the phone or they're having an argument amongst each other or whatever, or just busy doing something and just want to kind of finish doing what they're doing, but you know what I mean? You know how it go? It's just that's just like a. I'm just trying to give an example of what they're doing in a smaller scale. They keep the masses divided and occupied with monotonous madness. You know what I mean? Same old bullcrap. Yeah, this group is a religion. This group don't like this group. You know what I mean? Everybody focus on the wrong thing and not the right thing. That's why we gotta ask the right questions. Why? Why aren't we done with combustible fuel? fuels? Why are we still? Why are we not harnessing free energy globally and running off that? Why are we still paying for gas and electric? Why? Why are we still taking pharmaceuticals to so-called cure multiple things in our body? You know what I mean? Like, so we're taking this pill for that, this pill for your arm, this pill for your, you got, you know, high blood pressure, you got back pain, you got foot problem, your leg hurt, and they have something for all that. And then we can get deeper mentally issues. Like if you have like some mental health, you have pills for that. You know what I mean? That they want to prescribe and tell you, oh yeah, you take these to be better. Why don't they tell us that it's impossible to cure the human body without curing the whole entire human body? So think about that for a second. There's people right now, I mean, maybe it's a person or two right there that's going to actually watch this and view this. That's probably taking several pills for 7 different things that they're probably diagnosed and told that, you mean, that this is what they need to take to be more healthier, when it's impossible to cure the human body at all. Like take a medicine and not cure the whole body. And it's funny, I used to think about that when I was a child. Like, if you take this so-called medicine, and it's for my toe or something. I got arthritis in my toe. This medicine going I'm gonna put it up in me. This is a very smart pharmaceutical. You know what I mean? If I just pop this thing, and it just knows and how to traverse and do its work to work for my toe. And I'm gonna be specific. My left toe. Damn, this is literally a smart narcotic, ain't it? This is a smart drug. I used to think about that. And then I found out, oh, that's just cap. Why don't they tell us that? Because they want us to keep on spinning out, throwing big pharma. You know what I mean? Throwing that money. Because there's no wealth, there's no money in cures. Just think about that though. These devils, they don't want a world full of healthy people. You know what I mean? That would just be too much like, right? Oh crap, these people are healthy. They're living past 60 and 70. It's like the things that they implemented since, you know, for a long time, and it gets worse. You know, they innovate it and try to get slicker with it. It's like propaganda. It's no wealth in cures. So they create things, and then they feed us. We're being told that we need to take this. We're giving them our money, and big pharma just getting bigger. And it's really and it's all crock. Free energy. We're still paying for gas. We could be floating. We can be riding off distilled water, really, or vegetable oil. You know what I mean? And we can be powering our houses up with wind turbines or solar or aqua. That's water. For those who may not know, you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Why? That's all I'm saying. I'm just asking this why. I mean, like, just, and I'm sure y'all can come up with great questions too that y'all might have thought of when y'all was kids. Like, why they lie to us? Like, the Milky Way that was just it. Why they tell us that in school? Like the Milky Way, this is the galaxy. That's all. Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, Mars, you know, Jupiter. You dig what I'm saying? Ooh. Then Earth, Sun and Moon. Make it make sense. Why don't they tell us that the moon is probably not of it's probably of some technology from, you know, from a highly advanced race. Because aliens really are just probably what? They aren't really aliens, you know what I mean? But they probably like what, some intergalactical, you know, interstellar time travelers, maybe, you know, maybe from the past and the future. You know what I mean? Like, it can get complicated. I don't want, but why? That's all I'm asking. I ain't really I'm not coming up with no answers. I'm just coming up with questions, like, so maybe y'all can think about some questions that like I said, that y'all might have had thought about or just come up with some about what's going on now. And I promise you, when you ask these questions, you're gonna get to the bottom of what's going on, because it's like, because there's a reason for everything. So all I'm saying is, why? Yes, I'll be back, man. My fault for even. I mean, I know I'm not about to be I'm not a popular, I'm not a blogger or YouTube. I don't know what I'm too, I'm putting out the truth, so I know this is gonna get overlooked, and probably shadow banned, like my last video. You know what I mean? But if you see it, if you see this, you could be. I don't care where you from. I don't care what's your nationality. You know what I mean? If you got the mind, if you thinking about these things, you're my people. Share it. Take this, like, share, post, comment on the comment section. I mean, like I said, it's only gonna be quite a few. I mean, a couple dozen. You know what I mean? And we're gonna chop it up. I have time. We're gonna talk about it. Like I said, I had an early day today, so I'm trying to be productive. Enlightening my people. So let's talk about it. Put some questions down here. If you ask me about something that I might have asked on here, we can chop it up. Share this video though. You know what I mean? I don't care if you in Canada. You dig what I'm saying? Share it. There's a lot of miseducation going on, that's been going on since schools even was implemented. You dig what I'm saying? Think about that. Free education. We'll talk about that's another. I have so much to say, right? But why don't they tell us that? Or let's we can this here's a assignment. Let's look into this. The Grand Canyon. Could you get to Africa by traversing through the Grand Canyon, a couple 100 or 100,000 miles or whatever? I mean, through the Grand Canyon. I mean, I'm asking. I don't know. Why we don't fly over the North and South Poles? Could they lead to a Gotha? I don't know. Why? Or maybe they don't lead to a Gotha. Maybe it's just something else that they're, trying to suppress. So we as a people don't know the truth. Because when you know the truth will set you free. And that's not what these devils want to occur. And I'll just say, why? To that. Like, why? Noodles, check. A need for read, man. Yeah, but I'm still pushing. Don't worry about it. Check.